Here, if it helps, I'll get naked.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I can too, I guess.
I need.
Alright.
Gosh darn it!
You guys ready?
I can't find my phone. I gotta send her a text.
Are you ready?
I will be in just a sec. Give me just a.
Apparently,
just
we're waiting on
a,
Doc.
Just a
Come on,
little
Doc.
pick. I'm sorry, my
Call him
best
Doc
friend wants
CJ
to
Martin.
watch.
It's
I
more
just
like
heard
Doc
it.
CJ Waiting.
Hope you got better ones than that.
I'm off to a roll and I haven't even got started. I do. I wasn't even pre-planned joke. That was just making fun
Off
of
the
the moment.
cuff, huh?
And many other moments that we've been waiting.
Well, then I'll tell you what. Then maybe you should just, stay to script. Then how about that?
Hey Jeep, if you're streaming, turn your turn your
Okay.
computer volume down. You're echoing. Somebody who's watching a stream is echoing.
Oh. It's. I'm not sure who that would be, but I don't have it on a separate computer. I just stream straight from my device.
Alright.
And I've got headphones.
My phone. It's not letting you call my phone.
Now guys,
Is it
remember,
dead?
we will have visitors
course it's
watching
dead.
this stream. Very important visitors. So be on your best behavior, yeah?
Yeah.
My mom's gonna be watching?
I hope so.
I'll share.
Especially your
Oh
mom.
God, I
I'll
don't think
share
I can tell
more
any
later.
of these jokes. Then I'm pretty sure there's some pretty inappropriate ones in there.
No, that's
Alright, Doc. If you're gonna not tell any jokes that are inappropriate, because there might be someone who hears them on stage, you might as well just not tell any jokes, because that's kind of the
Well,
point
I'm
of
just saying.
humor. Is it's supposed to be offensive.
Trust me, I got a couple that are probably a little dicey. Just know it's all for the sake of fun. Individuals, people out there. It's just some jokes.
Alright. Can we please take seats, guys?
Remember, even us medical professionals, sometimes, outside the office, we let loose.
Zach, the show's
We're
gonna be
not
starting in
always
like
wearing
5
the
minutes. I
scrubs.
don't know who you are, but if you want to watch, feel free to, alright?
It's
Just
on my client list.
please let us do this. We're gonna be having a weapons and armor and stuff giveaway after the show, so
Come join the section.
Probably came to buy
want
stim
free
packs.
shit?
Because I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to not sell stim packs. Apparently, if someone comes up in the middle of the stage though and asks me if they can have stim packs in the middle of my thing, I swear to God, it'll be the last time. You'll get a stim pack. It just won't be where you expect it.
That's a good icebreaker. Good icebreaker. It's a good starting point.
I hear it. I hear my phone, but I don't. God damn it! I'm trying to send her a
Right.
text. I know. I'll just Google where's my phone.
I always ask my Google Home where it's at.
I just heard my phone.
You know,
I just heard my phone.
Here, let me go ask my Google Home where the cat is.
There's the cat.
Okay, Google. Where is the cat?
Give your cat tag.
That wasn't for you to take all of, that was for everybody that was...
Anybody hear her reply?
Where the fuck? I hear
Listen.
it. Oh,
Listen.
that would be
Listen.
it. Next.
Listen. Guys, listen. Okay, Google. Where is the cat?
How the should I know where you keep your pussy?
She's feisty.
Are you sure? You don't need it for gas.
Alright guys, while we're waiting, let's all play the floor is lava on these chairs. Everyone always ends up playing this, so we gotta play it, okay?
Good doc.
And drugs.
Okay.
Floor is lava! Oh shit, I'm dead. Floor is lava. Alright, who's shooting?
Not him.
Is he with us?
Not him.
I don't care if he's with us or not. We're not starting shit here, okay?
No.
That would have been a cool
I
flamethrower.
picked up all the
Stuff for
shit.
you. For you. Because I can't fix some stuff and you can't.
Oh, this kid fucking rolls
Right
up
here
my
on the
seat.
ground.
Doc, are you almost done?
Yep. I'm just letting my staff that isn't here know the clinic's fucked, and oh well.
Oh no. I need some serums.
Well, they're in my stash box. That's universal everywhere.
That's good. We can do
Who the
that.
fuck is
Look,
shooting?
It's the
The clinic isn't about being a vendor shop. The clinic is more than what it is. It's a symbol of the community and how we can play together. No, Kitty, you
sorry,
didn't have to
that's
do that. That's your fluff.
No, please
Hey,
take
Wonderland
it.
Gaming.
Please. I feel really bad for what happened.
Oh,
because
Brooke's
it's my
here.
fault.
Oh, hey, Brooke. Oh, that makes me so happy.
It just makes me feel better.
She got to catch it. Good. Alright, I'm ready. If she's here, she's really wanting to be here to support me and laugh at my ridiculous jokes. I do apologize, everybody. I am autistic, so some of these jokes might either go over or under your head. They're funny to me.
I'll be that guy.
Milky Tubbs, if you could please take a seat. We're about to start
Just
the
everybody
show.
get a little plaster beforehand. That usually makes all jokes funny.
I am smoking all of my weed right now because of
in
the
the
shit.
stadium
That's
area.
even
You gotta go
better.
back
That's
into
even
the-
better.
You can't.
Yep, Doc is here. Alright, guys.
So, does it look like I'm possessed?
I see somebody behind the curtain.
Look at me.
Woo! Yeah!
Oh, thank y'all. Wow. That was
Hey, I just got
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
Alright, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for coming out. It's a great pleasure to see you all here tonight. You know, when Bethesda was first advertising this game, they talked a lot about rebuilding the world, talked about rebuilding America and all that, so I figured it'd be fitting to open with a construction joke. However, unfortunately, unlike this game, or much like this game, it is still a work in progress.
I can't hear anything.
Corrigan,
can
can
everyone
you
else
hear me?
Yeah,
Corrigan?
I can hear you.
Okay, mute and then unmute Jeep.
Damn it, am I going to have to... I had, like, music playing and everything, damn it.
Yeah, like I can hear him through other.
I heard it.
Oh, okay.
I can hear
I
you
thought
just
it was
fine.
pretty awesome.
I can
Thank
hear
you.
you. Epic. I can.
All
That's
right.
why I was fucking the dog.
So,
I'm just letting
for
everybody know.
Corrigan's sake, do you need me to repeat the opening joke, Corrigan?
Go ahead. Restart it. That way you're on a roll.
Alright. So, thanks everyone for coming out. When they were advertising this game, you know, they talked a lot about rebuilding America and all that good shit, so I figured it'd be fitting to open with a construction joke. Unfortunately, much like this game, it's still a work in progress. But according to Todd Howard, at least here soon they will be introducing a stripper NPC. Luckily, Nips and Tits doesn't have much of a challenge, because according to Todd Howard, it just works. So I was at Big Beat, and I met a ghoul, and, you know, I ended up having a little bit of a crush on her, thought she was pretty rad. However, I've made the mistake of opening my fat mouth and telling her I was a Minuteman. Apparently that's just too fast. I proceeded, you know, I didn't give up that easy, though, like a diligent Minuteman, you know. I kept hitting on her, and she told me, like, look, bro, unless you're packing at least 12 inches, back the fuck off. She left the bar when I asked her if I could give it to her in 3 payments. In my desperation, I went and fucked a Mirelurk. Now I've got crabs. So an atheist is surrounded by cannibals in the jungle, and in his desperation and his fear, he screams out, "Oh God, I'm screwed." At which point, a light shines down from heaven, and you hear God's voice boom, "No, you're not screwed yet. Take that rock at your feet and bash in the chief cannibal's skull." So he reacts quickly, he grabs the boulder, he rushes for the chief cannibal, crushes his skull in. Now he's surrounded by all these angry cannibals, and God's voice booms down again. Yep, now you're screwed. So, my neighbor started freaking out when I offered him a hand. Told him not to worry, I got it off a guy, 5-finger discount. I tend to eat a lot when I'm depressed. Luckily, having people over helps. And also, luckily, nobody asks where they went. So there's a cannibal that joined the police force. He said he really looked forward to grilling the suspects. Did you hear about the... Did you hear about the cannibal that commits suicide? He got himself into a real stew. What is a cannibal's favorite game? Swallow the leader.
Hey, Clyde.
Hey, what's up?
So I met this guy once. He was a missionary. He also died, giving cannibals their first taste of Christianity. There was a cannibal that ate his uncle's wife. That makes him an anteater. So why was the cannibal expelled from school? He kept buttering his teacher up.
Buttering his teacher up?
Never piss off a cannibal or you'll be in hot water.
Unless you're like me and eat them raw, but whatever.
A cannibal's favorite food is baked beans.
Human beings?
Baked beans, but it's baked beans.
Beings. I get it.
Beings,
Ha. Ha ha. Clever.
The reaction was better than that joke.
2 cannibals are having dinner. One says, "I don't like your neighbor." "Well, don't eat him then," the other replies. What do you call an awesome stag party for a 2-headed deer? A rad stag party. Alright, so there's a modern chieftain, and he's a new chief, it's modern days, he doesn't really know all the old, you know, ways that they would predict winters and stuff like that. So his people come to him asking, you know, how much they need to prepare for the winter, and wanting to be prepared, he tells his people, you know what, gather lots of firewood, alright? Well, in his thinking about how to deal with this whole situation, he realizes, you know, it's modern times. I can just call the weatherman up. So he calls the weatherman up. He says, hey, is it going to be a cold winter? And the weatherman says, yes, it's going to be a very cold winter. So he goes back to his people and he tells them, look, stock up on wood hardcore, kill lots of animals, collect their pelts. It's going to be a rough winter. A week goes by and he's curious, you know, what does the weatherman think now? So he calls him up again and he says, oh yes, this could be the coldest winter we've had in a long time. This is going to be a very bad winter. So he goes back to his people, tells them, look guys, collect every damn scrap of firewood you can, insulate your teepees. This is going to be tough to survive. He goes back to the weatherman again and he asks the weatherman how it's going to be, and the weatherman says this could be the worst winter in the history of mankind. The chieftain's perplexed. He says, how can you be so sure of this impending doom? He says, because the Indians are gathering firewood like crazy. The difference between being hungry and being horny in the wasteland. Where you put the mini nuke. What did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? He wiped his ass.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Alright, so there's 3 couples that want to get married. There's an elderly couple, a middle-aged couple, and a young couple. And they go to their priest, and he tells them, well, if you want to get married by me, you have to go for a month without sex. A month goes by, the elderly couple comes back, they tell him, it was no problem. The middle-aged couple's like, it was a challenge, but we did it. And the young couple's like, yeah, no, there was no way. And the priest replies, well, what happened? He says, well, we were about 15 days in, and my girlfriend dropped a can of corn, and she bent over, and that was it. Primal urges took over, and it happened right then and there. And the priest, horrified, says, well, I'm sorry, but you're not welcome here anymore. And the man replies, yeah, I kind of figured. We're not welcome in the supermarket either. So 2 guys and a girl end up shipwrecked on an island, bored out of their mind without much else to do. They're pretty good survivalists. They end up just having a lot of sex. Well, after a couple months go by, the girl ends up getting sick and dies. Well, the men, still bored and with much else to do, they just continue having sex. A few days later, they get guilty and bury the girl.
Oh,
Jeez, that's just... Oh man. Jeez.
It's a 9-quarter one.
So, the cannibal ate a tightrope walker because he wanted a balanced meal for once. So a scientist is giving a speech. On his way to the speech, he's ranting to the driver. He talks about how every seminar is the damn same story. You know, he gets up there, he gives the same freaking speech, and the driver complies. He's like, yeah, I hear the same speech so many damn times, I could give it myself. And the scientist replies, hey, that's a great idea. You know, why don't we do that? Let's swap clothes, you give my speech. And so... they do that,
we're gonna
you know?
get nuked, motherfuckers.
Are we getting nuked?
We're gonna blast those.
Keep going. Keep going.
It wasn't him that did it.
We'll just die through it, man. I'd rather hear you.
Alright.
Everyone's got power armor. We'll meet back here at the ruins.
So the driver's up on stage, and there's a rival scientist that wanted to pretty much prove that he was smarter than this guy. And so he proposed a really tough question in the middle of his lecture. The man on stage replies, your answer's too simple for me. I'm going to have my driver answer it. Or your question's too simple.
Excuse me.
Alright. So there's a train conductor, and he does his job, but he's really fucking bad at it. Yeah, I don't know that power armor will help, but
I just dropped my
When you
stuff in the
spend like
stash.
Nashville.
I'm ready
I'm
to
gonna
die.
hop in and then...
You get a great trophy out of being here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, shit.
I've got it.
I did it so many times.
You cowards. You're going down with the ship.
Yeah, I put them.
No one leaves! This will be fun.
Alright.
He said,
Might as well get to the... Might as well just jump straight to the closing joke then. Alright. So there's a group of explorers that have been captured by cannibals, or by... Cannibals, fucking tribals, whatever, same difference. Anyways, there's 3 of them, and the chief offers them either death or Ugale. Well, they have no idea what Ugale is, so the first guy chooses Ugale. And the chieftain turns around and tells his people he chooses Ugale! And they all cheer Ugale!
Ugale! Ugale!
And they all take turns raping the first guy. The second guy is mortified, but he doesn't want to die either, so he also chooses Ugale, at which point the chieftain tells him, oh, he chooses Ugale!
Ugale!
Ugale! So rape him, but
Ugale!
they let them both go. The third guy's like, fuck that, I am not getting raped by all these sex-crazy cannibals. What I'm doing instead? I choose death. So he turns around, he tells the whole, jungle, says he chooses death! So, we will give him death by Ugale!
Ugale!
And they all cheer Ugale and rape the guy to death. Hi, Clyde.
Dude, trying.
Sorry, brother. Doing this for the impending doom.
Oh, God damn it.
I regret nothing.
He said, I regret nothing. Trophy!
Damn.
Oh, we went down with the shit, baby.
Love it.
The best places to get
Keep
glasses
going.
in the Commonwealth? Spectacle Island.
They can still hear you.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Anyone who knows anything about the Brotherhood of Steel knows that they are thick-skulled and
Keep it
arrogant. You could say they're dance as fuck.
Nah, dance as fuck.
I think that was pretty much all. Oh, I didn't finish the conductor one. That's a good one. Alright, so there's a train conductor that loves his job, but admittedly is pretty damn bad at it. One day, he fucks up going too fast. He kills someone. Well, he was the train conductor, so the law deems that he has to be tried, and because it was his train, he was sentenced to death. Well, his final meal request is a single banana. They strap him in the chair, they flip the switch, sparks fly, the conductor's fine. They imagine, you know, if you survive an execution attempt, it's deemed that it must be an act of God, and therefore you're innocent. So they let him go, and naturally he gets his job back as a train conductor. Once again, same thing happens. This time 2 people die, and before his execution, he asks for 2 bananas. They strap him in the chair, they flip the switch, sparks fly. Once again, the train conductor's fine. They let him go. Third time it happens, 3 people die. He's on his deathbed. He asks for 3 bananas. The executioner says, fuck that. I am not strapping you in this chair and watching you walk away fine again. So they strap him in the chair, flip the switch, sparks fly. Once again, the damn train conductor's fine. Confused and perplexed, the train conductor just looks at him and says, oh, the bananas had nothing to do with it. I'm just a bad conductor.
I dig that one.
Alright, guys, that's all the jokes I have prepared. Doc, if you're still here, you want to talk?
I don't think he's here still. I think he took off when he heard the sirens.
He's up top.
Corrigan, you're just a little pile of glowing ash. This is so funny. Everyone's just
Well, some pieces of trash just came and looted